Don is always one of the front.
What their advice from was, let's see what the change is.
Yeah, how come nobody ever wants to sit up front? It's just like a college class.
I actually almost always sit up front, except for there's just one little issue. It's a really boring lecture and you need to scoot out.
I always sit up front because I can't hear anything otherwise.
You need another one?
What?
You need another one?
And my hearing aids are in the shop.
Kind of forces you to pay attention so you can't get distracted, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not worth spending the time right now.
Everybody's got one on his desk. First semester of my senior year, I went to see the teacher and said, wow, I got a B plus average.
RJ,
I got an A on the exam. He said, yeah, but you don't pay attention
do you have
during
another packet? Agenda packet?
I left mine at home.
hung on everything what he said. Wrote poetry on my exam. I got an A
Sophisticated typer.
second semester.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I said, this is wrong.
It's just coincidence it's here
I
tonight.
said, it may be wrong, but that's the way the world works.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the November 15th Washougal City Council meeting and ask that you please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mrs. Forsberg, could you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Costin? Present. Councilmember Shoemaker? Here. Councilmember McDaniel? Here. Councilmember Delavar?
Present.
Councilmember Greenlee?
Here.
Councilmember Morris?
Here.
And Councilmember Russell.
Here.
Thank you. We are at the point in the agenda for comments from the public. I will point out that this evening we do have a number of public hearings as well, specifically hearings on water rate increases, sewer rate increases, stormwater rate increases, as well as the budget and property tax resolutions. I would ask that all comments that have to do with those items be held over to the actual discussion for those items this evening, unless somebody absolutely positively can't stay through the meeting. We should get to those items fairly soon. So if anyone has comments that they would like to make to the council other than those items, please come forward to the podium. Give your name and address. And just so you all know, we do have a new sophisticated timing system. This will take the guesswork out of it for everybody on how much time is left, and there are instructions there, just so the audience knows. When this thing turns green, if it operates correctly, there's a minute or less to go in the 3-minute time limit. When it goes to yellow, there's 30 seconds or less, and when it's red, you're cut off. You are more than welcome, though. Obviously, sometimes we run out of time, and you are more than welcome to give any written comments in total to Mrs. Forsberg for the complete record. Mr. Briggs.
Hi, Mike Briggs, 2868. Mike Briggs, 2868, West 9th, Washougal. Mayor Guard, City Council, and members of the city staff. I want to thank the city staff, the Planning Commission, and Mayor Guard for my appointment to the Washougal Planning Commission, which I accept. As most of you know, I have been very interested in Washougal's local government, its citizens, its businesses, and its welfare. Since moving here in June of 2007, I've come to feel like this is my home, and Washougal has reciprocated by adopting me. I have spent many, many nights with all of you here, sitting here in the public gallery and taking note of the city's progress toward the future. I have spoken on many occasions before this council on testimony and to many of the city's leaders and department heads. When a planning commission position became available, I immediately took interest, asked many questions, opinions, and then decided to throw my hat into the ring and hope for the opportunity to interview for this important position. I was very elated when I was notified recently being selected. Being recently retired from the wood products industry, and this gives me time to be able to work within this position well. I have a lot of passion, and a sincere desire to work closely with the other commissioners, members to help Washougal with its laws, ordinances, and functions. I realize we are an important advisory body that the council needs in order to govern the city. For myself, the care and welfare of Washougal's community assets, citizens, and businesses are my foremost concerns. Realizing that business and a sound local economy are paramount for this community, I will be taking special precautions to ensure that business development and the community needs are always brought together in a thoughtful and positive manner. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to serve the city of Rushing Waters, Washougal. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mrs. Wright.
Sherry and Wright, 35514 Southeast Sunset View Road. I'll be addressing the three agenda bills. 161-10, PSA with First Service, PGP valuation. The expense here is $7,500. This bill is to pay for an appraisal of city-owned property. I'd rather this money be redirected, example, animal shelter, or towards reducing water rates. Agenda Bill 16210, Construction Agreement UT 01516 for SR 14 Improvement Project. Expense is $48,352.41 with a possible 25% increase to $60,440. Below, I saw two items in the back page that's not included in the cost estimate. Fire hydrant, one note indicates a relocation, another note indicates removal and adding a new hydrant. Which is it, or are there two hydrants involved? 2-inch plug. This is a note to plug and abandon an existing 2-inch water service. My question is the state responsible for these costs? Key points from the utility agreement. Reference 1.4. The state will go out for bids, not Washougal. Washougal will assist the state in answering bid questions and resolving any design issues. Question is this where Washougal will need to hire professional services? Reference 1.6.1, if Washougal rejects the bid, they still reimburse the state for costs associated with the bid. Reference 2.2, the state agrees to remove disconnected or abandoned facilities at Washougal's expense. These amounts are not shown in the cost estimate. Reference 3.2, the work being performed under this agreement does not meet the requirements of the state accounting manual. Agenda Bill 16310, the construction agreement UT 01519 for SR 14 Improvement Project. Estimated cost $19,523 plus 25% possible, equaling $24,403. Reference 1.2, this expense is a betterment, not a mandate. The definition of betterment is any improvement not required by code. Washougal is solely responsible for the cost of such improvement. My concerns are the need for professional service would mean additional cost for this project. There's no guarantee that cost will not increase after 2011. 3, there's no satisfactory answers given at the November 8th workshop that explained how to recoup expenses or quantifying the risks. 4, the cost for this SR 14 work could be a total of $84,845. Correspondence from the state show that cost may be changed to reflect the actual contract cost. Question, by the increasing load on the water line from 6-inch to 12-inch, won't there be additional costs that might be reflected in future water bills? Washougal's objective is to upgrade the utility system during the state's SR 14 project. The upgrade will supposedly invite developers. The only problem is that Washougal tends to want to accommodate developers rather than its residents. The end.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright.